This is a demonstration of the OnSet visualization tool to display discrete character matrices in Arbor. We have an example discrete character matrix right here. It's essentially presence and absence of the characters. There's the cells have either a 0 or an unknown or a 1, depending on whether it's a unknown, present or absent. When we run, Arbor has an analysis that allows you to select that particular character matrix that you want to process, and an output name for the processed data set, because OnSet takes a particular formatted set. So we run that. The output of that was a little code right here. We display it on OnSet, and now we have this pull down here where each row of this interface corresponds to one particular taxa in the matrix. We also are given this little red line to tell us how many of the traits are set present. We can keep it in the order that we have it, or we can go to the little bar chart view here, which orders the taxa by the number of traits that are set. So if we pick one of these here, these are the taxa that have a higher percentage of the traits set. And you can go down and select any of them. There's also a add all that adds all of the rows of the matrix in an automatic layout. OnSet kind of goes to 5 taxa and then goes individual rows. If you do more of them, I'll just kind of go down here and select more. We'll do that with us. You can also just use the mouse wheel to zoom out. There's a default original arrangement, but you can arrange these by hand by just clicking and dragging them on the mouse. Each of these larger blocks corresponds to one taxa in the matrix, and each of the small blocks is one trait that is set present for this particular taxa. Zeros and unknowns are marked to empty spaces, and ones are marked to full spaces. Now, once this is done, there's also some direct visualization operations where you can take one and drag it and drop it over the other one. And now it displays only the taxa that are set in both, only the traits that are set in both taxa, unless we change this and to an or by clicking on it. And now it'll show us the or setting, where traits on either taxa that were a combination of this operation are demonstrated, and the ones that are most highlighted are set for both of them. This operation can be continued. You can take the or of these two, and we can go back to and. You can take this and drop it, and there now we have only the traits that are set in all 3 of these entries. And it shows us down here, you can still hover over it, shows you the names of the original taxa involved in the process, and here's the and of these two anded with this one. So you can combine these together, and we can split them out by just clicking on them again, and they're split back out in this organization. We can see so we showed you how these are set. You can also select elements in order, and now we're looking at the traits themselves. I can hover over a trait, and the taxa that exhibit that trait are left highlighted. All taxa that don't exhibit that trait are unhighlighted. We can also go to a similarity metric, and there's several different ones. I like the Jacquard one myself. And this will show us a strength. We can zoom back out, and it shows you a relative strength, relative similarity by the thickness of the bars here. So we can do a variety of things in this package. We can show overall similarity by several different metrics between taxa. You can zoom in and look at individual taxa. We can do combinations of them by dragging them and dropping them together. You can also do exploration based on individual traits. So this is OnSet. It's a real neat way to explore a character matrix, giving us visual cues for things that we wouldn't have seen before. I'll give you even an example. You can also do the ordering here. We can do the ordering that was in the original matrix, was alphabetical, or we can do what OnSet thinks is alphabetical, and then we notice there was actually a mistake in the matrix. See the quotes here? So some of the before the A's were some of the entries that have quotes. So there's a couple misnamed taxa that are in this matrix, and we were able to discover it quickly by this. This is OnSet, and it's part of the one of the attached visualizations that was developed at Georgia Tech and is part of Arbor, made available to those that use it. Thanks for the opportunity to talk with you about this visualization technique as part of Arbor.